Let's pressure cook the pork first. For that, into a pressure cooker like this goes in 2 kilos of pork. Here we have cut the pork into cubes. Only boneless pork pieces would be used for pork chili recipe, but here I'm gonna add pork on bone too. This is for the stock that can be used for making delicious pork curry. For 2 kilos of pork that we are using today, here I'm adding 3.5 level teaspoons of salt. A tablespoon of vinegar goes in now for the tartness. A teaspoon of turmeric powder. Half tablespoon of black pepper powder. A tablespoon of red chili powder. 2 tablespoons of homemade ginger garlic paste. I would like to add carom seeds or ajwain into my pork preparation, so here goes a teaspoon. Pour in a little bit of water for the pork to cook and mix the pork nicely with the spices. In order to prevent the pork from getting burnt while being cooked, we need some more moisture, so here goes some more of the water and pressure cook for up to 4 whistles. After pressure cooking for 4 whistles, you would see that the pork is completely cooked. Now take the nice boneless pieces of the pork for the pork chili. To drain the excess moisture out, place the boneless pork on a colander like this. You can make nice pork soup with the remaining pork on bone in a pressure cooker by adding a little bit of cilantro, cumin powder, coriander powder, garam masala powder and black pepper powder, and let the pork soup to simmer. That's it. Let's fry the boneless pork pieces. For that, heat up a wok like this. When the wok heats up, goes in 100 ml of oil. When the oil is heated up, place the cooked boneless pork carefully onto the heated oil like this. You got to fry this pork until there is a change in the color on medium flame. Note, this is just the first batch of the pork since we cannot fry all the pork all at once. Now on medium flame, stir continuously until there is a change in the color. Now as you could see, there is nice crispy texture on the pork. You can take it out and place it on a colander. Let me remind you once again, if you like the video, please give this video a like and also share it with your friends. Now repeat the process in remaining the second batch of boneless pork. To make pork chili, heat up a wide bottom pot like this, and when the pot heats up, here goes 50 ml of oil. This oil is the same oil that pork was previously fried in. When the oil heats up, goes in an inch of ginger finely chopped and saute. When the ginger is fried, here goes 2 bulbs of finely chopped garlic and saute further. Bulb portion of 2 bunches of spring onions that are finely chopped goes in now. Wedges of 3 Badgi red chilies goes in now for extra flavor. Now goes 10 slit green chilies and saute further. Man, this is a spicy dish. Now goes 3 diced capsicum and saute until they become slightly softer. Three diced onions goes in now, and mind you, in chili chicken, once the preparation is done, both capsicums and onions should retain their crunch. A teaspoon of salt goes in now and mix well. Now it's time to add flavoring agents like half tablespoon of black pepper powder, a tablespoon of red chili powder, a tablespoon of dark soy sauce, a tablespoon of green chili sauce. Finally, a tablespoon of vinegar for the tartness, and mix well. Now when the onions and capsicums are cooked but still have their crunch retained, here goes the boneless pork that we fried earlier. Quarter bunch of finely chopped cilantro goes in now, and leafy portion of 2 bunches of spring onions cut into 2 cm long pieces goes in now, and mix well with the pork. Now stir for another 2 minutes on high flame until the pork absorbs the flavoring agents that were added in the later part of the cooking. No prolonged cooking is necessary on this. You can turn off the stove now. Let's quickly make a paste now. For that, into a blender jar like this goes 20 green chilies. This is a spicy preparation. If you are not heat tolerant, then simply don't make this dish. Here goes an inch of ginger roughly chopped. 1 whole bulb of garlic goes in, and by using little water, blend into a paste. It doesn't matter if the paste turns out to be slightly coarse. Take a kilo of king of meat that's poke in a pressure cooker like this, and at this stage 2.5 level teaspoons of salt would be appropriate. A teaspoon of turmeric powder goes in, and the masala that we ground earlier goes in entirely. Not just that, here goes 10 slit green chilies too, a tablespoon of homemade garam masala powder, a tablespoon of dark soy sauce, and a tablespoon of vinegar. Add rinsed water from the same jar masala was previously ground in, and give it a mix. The autofocus of the camera is jumping in and out. This is not a Netflix video, so doesn't matter. In order to prevent charring at the bottom while being pressure cooked, here goes some more of the water. Put on the lid and pressure cook for 4 whistles. After 4 whistles of pressure cooking, and after letting the steam off by itself, turn on the stove again, and the remaining part of the cooking is to stir continuously until the moisture dries out a bit. Corn flour slurry made out of 2 tablespoons of corn flour goes in to thicken the gravy out, and give it a mix. The gravy has thickened considerably, man. Of course, the flame now. To make Vindaloo masala at home, into a blender jar goes some garlic, ginger, cinnamon sticks, green cardamom, cloves, black peppercorns, mustard seeds, cumin seeds, Byadgi red chilies. Pour in some vinegar now. Turmeric powder. By using water as required for blending, blend into a smooth paste like this. Let's marinate the pork now. For that, take nicely washed pork pieces in a bowl like this, and here goes 2.5 level teaspoons of salt. The Vindaloo masala that we ground earlier goes in entirely. Now coat the pork pieces nicely with the masala. Now marinate the pork at least until the onions get fried. To make our job easier, today we are gonna use a pressure cooker. Here goes some coconut oil. When the oil heats up, here goes chopped onions, and to speed up the cooking of onions, here goes a teaspoon of salt and saute. Please do let us know if you know of any places where we get fresh pork near Udupi city or Manipal city. When the onions have turned translucent, here goes the marinated pork. Now put the flame on high and stir for 5 minutes. Some moisture is needed for the pork to cook in the pressure cooker, so here goes some water. Give it a stir, and for those who have forgotten already, please do like this video and also share it with your friends. Put the lid on and pressure cook for 4 whistles. After 4 whistles and after the steam is let off, our pork is well cooked. But don't worry, if your pork is not cooked by now, then turn on the stove and keep stirring. Let me show you how well the pork is cooked. It is nice and soft. No mutton, lamb or goat meat can match the taste of pork. No prolonged cooking is necessary on this. Off goes the flame.